the KOSPI surged past the 6,000 mark for the first time ever in intraday trading today, rewriting the record books. Gains led by chip giants Samsung Electronics and SK Hynix have propelled the index more than 1,000 points higher in just over a month, extending its record-setting run.
코스피가 오늘 장중 사상 처음으로 6,000선을 돌파했습니다. 삼성전자와 SK 하이닉스 등 반도체 대형주의 강세에 힘입어 지수는 한 달여 만에 1,000포인트 넘게 오르며 새 역사를 썼습니다. So we're past the 6,000 mark today. Could you walk us through the ups and downs?
Yes, so it reached 6,022 at the open, and so right out of the gate, it broke through that barrier and actually closed at even higher, 6,083. I remember it was on this show, right? We talked about the record-setting breaking the 5,000 barrier.
Yes.
Like just a few weeks ago.
Exactly.
This is insane.
Exactly.
Right? This kind of rise. And we mentioned Samsung Electronics and SK Hynix. Those closed at 203,500 won and 1.1 million won respectively. Really bashing through the 2,001 and 1 million won marks that were set yesterday as well.
Right. So, I mean, if you hold those stocks, if you are actively involved in KOSPI stocks, then congratulations. If you are not, then this is just another layer to your FOMO.
Yeah, but I've heard someone talking this morning. They had some of these stocks and they sold them with gains.
Yes.
But now they're feeling the expression in Korea, 배아파, because they didn't hold on longer. So there's no winning, I feel, with stocks, right? You just got to make a profit and then walk away, not look at the news.
So there is no definite winning, but there is definite losing. The stocks.
Yes, that's true.
네, 코스피가 개장과 동시에 6,020선을 기록했고요. 한때 어느 정도까지 내려갔다가 6,080선에 마무리했습니다. And as you mentioned, led mainly by the semicon industry. 삼성전자와 SK 하이닉스는 각각 20만 3,500, 101만 8천에 마감했고요. Okay, so what is driving this rally?
Yes, so it was foreign and institutional investors that were net sellers, and foreigners were, it seems, taking the profits. They see this as an elevated level, which isn't hard to understand. Like we said, just a few weeks ago, it had broke through the 5,000 level for the first time. So retail investors from Korea mainly, they were net buying more than 8 trillion won, helping support the index as well. Some people say it's still undervalued, so you never know. Will it be next week the 7,000 point barrier? I don't know.
I don't know.
I hope not.
Oh, you hope not because you're
I
not
don't have
involved
enough
too
money.
much?
Yeah, I haven't invested enough.
Okay, since you're not actively
Sorry,
involved.
I'm selfish.
All right, let's have a look at a few expressions there. Intraday trading.
Yes, so I remember the way I learned the difference between intra and inter was in school. You know, like Harry Potter, they have Gryffindor and Hufflepuff, all the houses.
인트라, 인터를 해리포터 전에 배우지 않으셨어요?
아니, 제가
Given your
학교
age.
다녔을 때.
Okay.
제가 학교 다녔을 때. It was like Harry Potter.
Okay.
I was in Stapleton, and when you played against another house, like, I don't know, Pierce, that was inter-class sports.
네.
And then if you played within your house against your other classmates, that was intra. So intraday meaning within the same day, right?
맞아요. 그래서 인터가 뭐랑 뭐 사이라면은 intra는 뭐뭐 안에잖아요. 그래서 intraday라고 하면은 하루 안에 이루어지는 거래, intraday trading, 장중 거래입니다. Gains led by something.
Yeah, so a gain is when you're making some profit or some money or in any way getting some kind of advantage, right? So when you're talking about the stock market, gains led by is usually followed by the company or the sector that is pulling up the stock index or stock price, right?
Exactly. 게인이 상승폭이에요. 이런 맥락에서는. 그래서 gains led by something이라고 하면 뭐뭐가 이끈 상승세. For example, the market posted gains led by tech stocks. 시장은 기술주 주도로 상승했다. Gains were led by semiconductor shares, as is the case for today. 반도체주가 상승을 이끌었다. And you know, when we talk about these highly valued stocks, we also call them blue chip stocks.
Yes, blue chip stocks. You might want to remember that for a quiz that might come up. Who
that's
knows?
right.
Yeah.
블루칩이라고도 하잖아요. 우리가 우량주 스탁을. 근데 이게 원래 게임 포커에서 가장 가치가 높은 칩의 색깔이 파란색이었거든요.
Oh.
And that's where the term comes from.
오, 전통적으로 그래요.
Yes.
Because I have poker sets at home. It's a very common thing to play with British friends, but we just assign value randomly. I didn't know blue was meant to be the most expensive.
Traditionally it is, yeah.
Interesting. Thank you.
That is what I have read. Okay, here's the article once again. KOSPI surged past the 6,000 mark for the first time ever in intraday trading today, rewriting the record books. Gains led by chip giant Samsung Electronics and SK Hynix have propelled the index more than 1,000 points higher in just over a month, extending its record-setting run. Now let's talk about rent prices around universities.
With the new semester just around the corner, the average monthly rent for one-room units near major universities in Seoul has topped 620,000 won for the first time. The rise suggests that the broader increase in Seoul's rental prices is extending into university areas as well.
새 학기를 앞두고 지난달 서울 주요 대학가의 원룸 평균 월세가 처음으로 62만 원을 넘어섰습니다. 전반적인 서울 월세 상승 흐름이 대학가까지 확산되고 있다는 분석입니다. Let's talk about some prices in particular neighborhoods.
Yes, so by university, the area around Songyungwan University is top of the list with an average of 738,000 won. Worryingly, that's 18% more than last year. It's a huge increase. Yonsei University averaged 683,000 won and Korea University averaged 663,000 won. A massive burden for students, right?
If you have a look at the top 10, not top 10 in terms of the rankings, but the 10 major universities in Seoul and have a look at their average rent prices, it has risen by 2% on year.
Yeah.
But as you mentioned, places like 성균관 University, big jump. 서울 주요 10개 대학 인근 평균 월세가 62만 2천 원으로 전년 대비 2% 상승했는데요. 이거는 2019년 집계 이후 최고치를 기록한 겁니다. 대학가별로 보면 성균관대 74만, 연세대 68만, 고려대 66만 원 순이었고요. Right, and it's not just the uni students, right? Because a lot of people under 40 years old, they are not able to buy their own houses.
Yeah, so they're not home owners, right? The number of those people has climbed to 3.61 million, the highest on record. In Seoul, it's nearly a million alone. And the home ownership rate for young people in Seoul is less than 18%, so really low.
미경김님, 서울에서 유학하기도 힘들겠네. 김수경님, that's not only Korea, global phenomenon, I think.
Yeah, rents in England when we were staying in rented properties, those have gone up so much in 2 years. I want to say double digits.
Wow. Okay. Let's have a look at this expression. The broader increase.
Yeah, when you're talking about something broader, you mean the wider or the bigger picture, like kind of zooming out, right? So that's what we're talking about, the increase overall.
그러니까 서울의 월세 가격이 전반적으로 오르고 있기 때문에 대학가 원룸 가격도 오르고 있다는 뜻으로 broader increase in Seoul's rental prices is extending into university areas as well 이라고 했죠. The broader increase, 전반적인 상승 흐름. Here's the article again. With the new semester just around the corner, the average monthly rent for one-room units near major universities in Seoul have topped 620,000 won for the first time. The rise suggests that the broader increase in Seoul's rental prices is extending into university areas as well.